Period 1. Activity 1. Backpack. Beard. Centre. Curly. Glasses. Moustache. Side. Straight. Wife. Wives.
1. This seems to be a picture of a family picnic. 2. The boys in front look like 3 brothers. 3. The 3 men behind them seem to be married to the 3 women. 4. 2 of these adults are probably the parents of the boys.
Period 1. Activity 3.
1. What has Omar received?
He's received a family photo.
2. Where are Omar's mother and father?
They're at a beautiful place near Jericho.
3. Whose brothers are the men on the left and the right?
They are Omar's mother's brothers.
4. Who are the parents of the 3 boys?
Uncle Nazmi and Aunt Rania.
Look, my brother Ahmed has emailed me a family photo.
Oh, let's have a look.
It's a picnic with my mum's side of the family. They're at a beautiful place near Jericho. Ah, she's the one in the centre, and your dad's standing behind her. That's right.
Are those her brothers next to her? They look like brothers and sister.
Yes, the one on the left is her older brother. Or Uncle Nazmi. You mean the one with the moustache? Right. And his wife, Aunt Rania, is the one next to him in a red jacket.
And the brother with glasses and a beard. He looks quite young.
Yes, Uncle Amir is the youngest of the 3. And his wife, Aunt Dima, is the one in a green dress. They haven't got any children yet. So are the children all Uncle Nazmi's? That's right. Ali, Hazem and Samir.
Who's the one with long straight hair?
That's Ali, and he's the oldest. He's finished school. And who's the boy with the backpack? That's Hazem. Then there's Samir with short curly hair.
But where's your brother Ahmed with the big feet?
He's the one behind the camera.
Period 2. Activity 2. 1.
What are you putting in these 2 backpacks?
Some things for our picnic, some sandwiches and some orange juice.
2.
I think I've met your brother. Does he have long, straight hair down to his shoulders? No, he has short, curly hair. Perhaps you're thinking of someone else.
3.
Does your cousin have a small moustache? He had one before, but he wanted more than that, so now he's grown a huge beard.
4.
Let's swim to the other side of the river. No, we can't do that. The water is very fast and dangerous in the centre.
5.
I need to find Mrs. Ghazawi, Mahmoud's wife, but I don't know her. Do you see those 2 women over there? Well, she's the one with glasses.
Period 2. Activity 2. 1.
What are you putting in these 2 backpacks?
Some things for our picnic, some sandwiches and some orange juice.
2.
I think I've met your brother. Does he have long, straight hair down to his shoulders? No, he has short, curly hair. Perhaps you're thinking of someone else.
3.
Does your cousin have a small moustache? He had one before, but he wanted more than that, so now he's grown a huge beard.
4.
Let's swim to the other side of the river.
No, we can't do that. The water is very fast and dangerous in the centre.
5,
I need to find Mrs. Ghazawi, Mahmoud's wife, but I don't know her. Do you see those two women over there? Well, she's the one with glasses.
3. Read again and answer the questions. 1. Who sent Omar the photo, and how did he send it? His brother Ahmed sent it. He sent it in an email. 2. Who are the man and woman in the center? Omar's mother and father. 3. Whose side of the family are the other people from? Omar's mother's side. 4. Which one is Uncle Nazmi? He's the oldest one. 5. Is Aunt Dima the one in a red jacket? No. 6. What do we know about the ages of Omar's mother and her brothers? Uncle Nazmi is the oldest, and Uncle Amir the youngest. 7. Looking at the boys, which is which? From left to right, Ali, Hazem, Samir. 8. Where was Ahmed at the time of the photo? He was behind the camera. One. Read sentences 1 to 6. 1. They're at a beautiful place near Jericho. 2. Are those her brothers next to her? 3. The one on the left is her older brother. 4. Aunt Rania is the one in a red jacket. 5. The brother with glasses and a beard looks quite young. 6. And who's the boy with a backpack? Look at the sentences again. Tick the best way to complete the statements. 1. The words in bold say which thing or person we are talking about. 2. These words are phrases which always start with words like in or near. 3. Phrases which start with words like near say where something or someone is. 4. If the first word is in or with, the phrase is often about a person's hair, clothes or other things. 5. If the first word is in, the phrase is often about a person's clothes. 6. If the first word is with, the phrase is often about things that a person has, glasses, a beard or a backpack, for example. 2. Work in pairs. Look at the family photo on page 29 again, and complete the sentences. Use phrases from the box. In a dark green t-shirt. In a long, light blue dress. Under the tree. Up in the hills. With a sandwich in his hand. With short grey hair. 1. This place up in the hills is an old family favorite for picnics. 2. They always put their picnic things on that big rock under the tree. 3. Omar's mother is the person in a long, light blue dress. 4. Omar's father is the man with short grey hair. 5. The boy in a dark green t-shirt is Hazem. 6. Samir is the boy with a sandwich in his hand. 3. Work in pairs. Student A. Look at pictures in earlier units of Students' Book 8A and find someone to describe. Do not show or tell your partner. Name the unit and describe the person. Student B. Look at the unit and try to find the person.
Period 4. Activity 1. Area. Construct. Crop. Deep. Hotel. Human being. tower. Various. Period 4. Activity 2 and Activity 3. 1.
Is the Dead Sea Valley very deep?
Yes, near the Dead Sea, it's over 400 metres below sea level.
2.
I've heard that there are various ancient places to visit near Jericho.
Yes, human beings have lived there for 10,000 years, so there's lots to see.
3.
Where do all the tourists stay when they come to visit?
They usually stay at one of the big hotels in town.
4.
Hotels mean jobs, so lots of people work in tourism.
But what else do people do in this area of Palestine?
Farming is very important here too. There are a lot of farms.
5.
Are there many crops that grow well round here?
Yes, lots of things, including tomatoes, lemons, oranges, bananas, and dates.
6.
The new building is going to be the tallest tower in the world.
Yes, and they're going to start constructing it next month.
Period 4. Activity 2 and Activity 3. 1.
Is the Dead Sea Valley very deep?
Yes, near the Dead Sea, it's over 400 metres below sea level.
2.
I've heard that there are various ancient places to visit near Jericho.
Yes, human beings have lived there for 10,000 years, so there's lots to see.
3.
Where do all the tourists stay when they come to visit?
They usually stay at one of the big hotels in town.
4.
Hotels mean jobs, so lots of people work in tourism.
But what else do people do in this area of Palestine?
Farming is very important here too. There are a lot of farms.
5.
Are there many crops that grow well round here?
Yes, lots of things, including tomatoes, lemons, oranges, bananas, and dates.
6.
The new building is going to be the tallest tower in the world.
Yes, and they're going to start constructing it next month.
Period 4. Activity 4. Hi again, and we hope you're still enjoying our blog about Palestine.
Now we come to our time deep down in the Dead Sea Valley.
When we got down there, we went to the Dead Sea first.
You know, the Dead Sea Valley is very deep, far below sea level.
I went swimming there, and it was the strangest thing. I just couldn't sink. It's because the water is very salty.
Have a look at my picture of him. He looks funny.
Well, after that, we rode over to Jericho.
It's a very green area with lots of crops, including bananas, dates, lemons and tomatoes.
Well, we got to Jericho and we started visiting some of the places that are so popular with all the tourists.
Yes, tourism is important in Jericho and there are several big hotels there.
So first, we went out to the west side of the city to take the cable car up Der Kruntel.
It was great to look out over the great big valley from there. It was amazing.
And then we rode over to Wadi al-Kilt. That's on the west side of Jericho too. And we went hiking there for an hour.
It was beautiful to walk in the woods beside the little river.
And then, after that, we saw the ancient city walls northwest of the modern city. And the last place we visited was Hisham's palace. That was about 3 kilometres north of the city.
You can still see that it really was a great palace.
1. Look at the web page pictures. Then do these tasks. 1. Say what the pictures show. Remember the blog in period 4. 2. Read the title of the web page and say what city this probably is. 3. Guess why it has this second name. 2. Read and mark the statements true, check mark, or false. 1. Adnan and Yasmin learned a lot about Jericho on the internet. True. 2. Tourists prefer to go to Jericho in the summer months. False. They prefer to go in the warm winter months. 3. A lot of the people of Jericho live in hotels. False. The hotels are for visitors. 4. The ancient city of Jericho is more than 11,000 years old. True. 5. There are windows in the ancient walls of Jericho. False. The walls of Jericho are a window on the past, but they don't really have windows in them. Work in pairs. Check your answers and correct the false ones. When they heard the blog, Adnan and Yasmin wanted to learn more about Jericho, and they found this on the internet too.
Period 5. Activity 3.
The City of Palm Trees. Jericho is a small city which stands in a deep valley between Jerusalem and Amman, near the Dead Sea. This is a famous salt lake that is 400 meters below sea level and is the lowest place on Earth. Jericho is most popular with tourists in the warm winter months. There are hotels for these visitors, and a lot of the people who live there work in tourism. Farming is also very important in this area. With large quantities of water and a warm climate, this part of Palestine is an excellent place to grow bananas and various other fruit and vegetable crops, including, of course, dates from all the palms. With its water and warm climate, human beings first started visiting the area 12,000 years ago. There were many people who chose to remain, and they became some of the world's first farmers. These were also the people that 500 years later constructed the first city in the world. Later, it had a high tower and stone walls which were almost 4 meters high. Tourists love seeing those walls today. They are a window on our most ancient past.
1. Read and add notes to answer questions 1 to 5. Where is it? Between Jerusalem and Amman. 2. How old is the ancient city? It's 11,500 years old. 3. What kinds of work do people do? They work in tourism and farming. 4. What crops grow well in the area? Bananas, dates, fruit and vegetables. 5. When is the best time to visit? In the warm winter months. 6. What is there to do? You can go swimming in the Dead Sea, take a cable car up Deir Kudil. Now look back at the map in period 4 to answer question 6. 2. Work in pairs. Ask and answer questions about Jericho. Student A, take the part of A tourist, or B, a reporter who wants to find out about this part of Palestine. Choose the questions from Activity 1 that seem right to ask. Student B, you work at the Palestine Information Center. Answer the questions as fully as you can. 3. Read again and do the tasks. Say what the underlined words refer to. 1. Line 11, a lot of the people who live Jericho. 2. Line 14, the area where Jericho is Palestine is an excellent place. 3. Line 19, with the area where Jericho is water and warm climate. Now say what these phrases mean. 1. Line 6, and is the lowest place in the world. 2. Line 17, including, clearly, date palms. 3. Line 32, they give us an idea of what life in the ancient past was like. 4. Work in pairs. Ask and answer questions about your city or part of Palestine. Student A, choose to be A tourist, or B, a reporter who wants to find out about your part of Palestine. Choose the questions from Activity 1 that seem right to ask. Student B, you work at the Palestine Information Center. Answer the questions as fully as you can. 1. Complete the table. Science, scientist. Tour, tourist. Art, artist. Guitar, guitarist. Travel, traveler. Farm, farmer. Camp, camper. Work, worker. 2. Complete the sentences with pairs of words from Activity 1. Make any changes needed. 1. A. It's going to be a huge building, but there's a lot of work still to do. B. Yes, so we have 500 workers here, and they're working day and night. 2. A. In the old days, it was dangerous to travel in the center of Africa. B. Yes, and travelers were often away from home for months or even years. 3. A. How many tourists come to see Jericho every year? B. Oh, thousands. Lots of them use tours buses that visit several places. 4. A. Farida is very good at maths and science at school. B. Yes, she wants to train to be a scientist when she leaves school. 5. A. Is it true that Fawad is a farmer? B. Yes, he has a farm near Jericho, and he produces fruit and vegetables. 6. A. I've heard that the guitar is your favorite musical instrument. B. Yes, I want to be a guitarist more than anything else in the world. 3. Complete the table. Farmer, farming. Camper, camping. Dancer, dancing. Driver, driving. Singer, singing. Swimmer, swimming. Teacher, teachering. Trainer, training. 4. Complete the sentences with pairs of words from Activity 3. Make any changes needed. 1. A. Let's go swimming in the lake. B. Well, only if the water isn't very deep because I'm not a very good swimmer. 2. A. Do we really have to go and do more football training this evening? B. Yes, the trainer says we really do, or we won't win our big match. 3. A. Look at all those different crops. Farming seems very important here. B. It is, and lots of the people in this area are farmer. 4. A. I want to train to be a teacher when I leave school. B. Good. Teaching means helping people to learn, and that's important work. 5. A. In Arab culture, singing is very important. B. Yes, and great singers like Kulthum can become very famous. 6. A. I like camping up here in the hills. It's good to sleep under the stars. B. Well, lots of other people feel the same. There are campers everywhere.
Period 10. Activity 1. Part 1.
Our last day in Palestine was a big day and we did a lot of things.
We left Jerusalem early in the morning. That was high up in the hills, and we went down and down.
Right down to the bottom of the Dead Sea Valley. It was a long way down.
And then, at the end of the day, we climbed up out of the valley again, right up high in the hills again on the other side, all the way to Amman. I can tell you, we were really tired when we finally got there.
Yes, and in fact, we almost didn't go to Amman that day. We thought about staying in Jericho for the night because we were already tired after all our visits to different places near there.
I liked our cable car ride up the mountain most, I think.
Another really good thing was our tour of Hisham's palace. In fact, we enjoyed everything in Jericho. It was a great visit.
And I'll always remember our trip down to the Dead Sea too. Swimming there was so strange.
Right. But yes, in the end, we didn't stay in Jericho that night. We went on and we finally arrived in Amman after 8 in the evening.
Well, there was a problem, wasn't there? We lost some time at the bridge over the River Jordan. But we weren't really surprised about that, were we? We were moving from one country into a different one, Jordan, and that kind of thing often takes time. Period 10. Activity 2. Part 2.
It was a long day, but, it wasn't really a long trip from Jerusalem to Amman. The trip from Jerusalem down to Jericho was only about 55 kilometres. But what a road down into the valley!
And from Jericho to Amman was just 77 kilometres. But again, what a climb! And think about it. We started from Jerusalem up in the mountains about 750 metres above sea level.
And in an hour, we were down near the lowest city in the world, 250 metres below sea level. That's a drop of 1,000 metres, a kilometre.
And then we went even deeper to the Dead Sea, the lowest place in the world. That was 410 metres below sea level.
And then that evening, we were back up high above sea level again in Amman.
Yes, that was about 930 metres above sea level.
So, from top to bottom, we went down more than a kilometre, and then we went up almost a kilometre and a half.
Period 10. Activity 4. 1. Things. Everything. There. Another. 2. 30. Bathroom. That. Although. Thought. Healthy. The. Brother. 1,000. Something. Something. Those. Clothes. 3. A. We thought that everything was there. B. The 3 brothers ran along the path until they found something. Period 11. Activity 1. 1.
My younger brother is the one on the right with glasses, a big moustache and long, straight black hair.
2.
Jericho is far below sea level, at the bottom of the Dead Sea Valley, and it is a popular centre of tourism.
3.
Farming is important in this area, and it produces many excellent fruit and vegetable crops, including dates and bananas.